Hello everyone, I am Archana Rani. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss Information System and Project Management, Unit 2 of Information System and Engineering Economics course. These are the content that I am going to cover in this lecture. Introduction to Information System, Definition of Information System, the concept of information, typical components we get it for the information system, what is the information system model, the types of information system, the alternative system which help to build the approaches as project management, how the project management concept information system concept is help in a project management, what are the applications of information system and the other information system types we get it in the information system. We start from the introduction to information system. For introduction to information system, first we should know the information that we are going to cover very soon. The information system is nothing but it is a combination of the component that are also we are going to cover in this lecture. The combination we get it people, hardware, software, or with the help of communication device or the network or the data resources, we can process the things. Yes, and while processing that things, we can store the data, retrieve the data, or transfer the data. And while storing, retrieving, and transferring the data, whatever data is required, whatever information is required, that we have stored for the specific purpose, for the specific aim, that is called as the information system. So with the help of information system, the enterprise and the individuals are able to use the computer system to collect, to store, to process, to analyze, and to distribute the information, that is called as the information system. We have a look of the proper definition of information system. So, as per the definition, information system is a software that helps to organize and analyze the data, that make it possible to answer the questions and solve the problem that are relevant to the mission of the organization. Now, the purpose for information system to turn the raw data into the useful information, which we have seen in the introduction, that whatever data we are having, that we can store, that we can retrieve, and why to store, why to retrieve, or why to perform the operations for the need. Yeah, and that need we get it to use for the decision making in an organization. That time the information system is helpful, or that is the information system that provide the appropriate data in an appropriate format, that we can call that is a useful information we use, that help to take the decisions in an organization or in an enterprise, or it helps to organize and analyze the data, or it helps to give the answers to the questions that may be help for solving the problem, that is called as the information system. As I said it, that for information system we should know what is the information exactly. So from where we get it this information? So information is not just the data, but the data that we can convert into the meaningful or useful by applying the inter operations by the human being. Whereas data is we get it in a raw fact, which represent in the environment in form which cannot be interpreted unless that data we can proceed into the informations. That means whatever data we are having, that data we can call the raw data, that we have to convert into the by applying the appropriate process, we have to convert that into the useful data, and that we can call that is a information, or we have to convert that raw data by applying the process into the information. In other word, information is a data that has been retrieved, proceed, and used for the informative purpose, like decision making. That is the information, and this information we get it from the data itself. And data is just the data is nothing but the whatever data, related data we are having, is that is raw data. For a concept of informations we get it the property of information, and for the properties of information, properties we get it in objective, subjective, temporary, or heterogeneous format. Objective information means analyzing the fact based or measurable or observable information, called as the objective data, where objective information, whereas subjective information is having the perspective that one person to greater interpretations based on the personal feeling or emotion, that is called as the subjective information. Whereas temporary is every updates in a database, the informations may update in a database, and the updated informations we get it, yes, that data called as the or information called as the temporary property. Heterogeneous data, hope all of you are already knowing these terms. The information is historically identify or historically get it virtually infinite variations in the response to the individual conjunctions for the supplier, processors or users or the channels for the communications we get it, that is called as the heterogeneous. These are the property of the information. The second part for the concept of information, how to represent the information. For representing the information with the help of data, numbers, letters or the symbols, we can represent the information as per the appropriate format that can be preserved in a way it get represented. As I said it, that the information may get it in a data or number format. So decimal system or the binary system are the two way of representing the information. Whereas whatever data we are storing in a computer, the computer can be stored all the data in terms of the binary, the number. That binary numbers computer can understand only 0 or 1 format. That is the information is represented in a format. The next part is how to organize the information. For organizing the information, the data can be managed in an appropriate format, and whenever it's required it should be retrieved. That called as the organization of the information. And simplest way of organizing the information, through the linear model we can organize the information, or we can easily access, which help to easily access the information. In this form the data is structured one after the another as the linear mode. For example, we consider here as a magnetic tape, the data is stored one after another, that we can call it is a linear model, or the music tape that come under the linear model. This is all about the organization of the information and the concept of the information. Let's we discuss what are the typical components we get it for the information system. The components we are getting for the information system, that is hardware, software, database, network and procedures. And these components are producing the appropriate data. That data we are using and converting in an appropriate procedure, and we collaborate all the related data at one place, that called as the it's a information system. What are the types of information systems we get it? So major types of information systems we are getting: the transaction processing system, decision support system, executive information system, management information system, enterprise resource planning and expert system. And nowadays we are using the online analytical processing system, we call it as the OLAP system. Each types of system it's having its own responsibility. When to use the transaction processing system? Transaction processing system is used by the worker for the basic reporting, yes, that the worker has to report to his supervisor or the superior. Then we use it the transaction processing system. That means what are the transactions has been done by the worker, that can be conveyed by the worker. That time the worker is follow the transaction processing system. Whereas the second type is management information system. Management information system is used by the manager for the operational efficiency, that whatever functionality we are expected to perform in an organization, that should be managed properly, that comes under the MIS type. Whereas the next type is the decision support system. Decision support system is used by the senior manager, which help for the decision making. And the next type is the expert or the executive information system, and this executive information system is used by the execute for the strategic decisions, which help to take the strategic decision. These are the types of the information system. Whereas what is the model is used for maintaining the information system. So model we use it almost similar to the computer system, that we give it to input to the computer system. The computer can process the things and produce the output and file. While performing this task, the overall job of the system, that we should control that processing, is that is called under the information system model. So human brain can store the lot of information or the data. That data are facts, figures or word, but the information is the result or the processed data to perform that operations with the help of the instructions which shown in a figure, that can be helped to produce the appropriate output. Yes, that is what the model we refer for maintaining the information system. Let's we discuss what are the alternative systems to build the approach like a project management. There are the alternative method for building an information system. They are the system life cycle, prototyping, the use of application software package, end user development and outsourcing. And with the help of that, we can build the system as a product. So these are the topics that come under the project management, which help to with the help of information system we can build it. Let's we discuss one by one. What is system life cycle? System life cycle is nothing but the traditional methodology we use it or we follow while developing the project or the product. 6 steps we use it, that is the project definition, then the system study, design, programming, installation and post implementation. I hope all of you are already familiar with this term, that is almost similar to your SDLC cycle. By following that SDLC cycle, we can develop the project or the product. Yes, that come under the system life cycle or the software development process. Once you done it, the second type comes the prototype. So we can create the prototype. What is prototype? Prototype is nothing but the process. Yes, that process we can perform the iterative process. And what is the use of this iterative process? That in a first prototype itself we come to know that whatever system life cycle we followed, that system life cycle is performing the task properly. Yes, and for following that the prototyping process, 4 steps we have to perform, that identify the user basic requirement, develop the working protocol, then use that protocol, and if required or need, then revise it and enhance that protocol, which is shown in the figure. The flow of the system or the process of the system is shown in this figure, that revise and enhance the protocol, identify the basic requirement, then develop the prototype, use the prototype. If the user is satisfied, then go for the operational prototype or the, revise and enhance the product, and then repeat the steps. Likewise, the things come under the prototype. Whereas the third category for building the approaches, that is use of application software package. Nowadays we are getting the open source softwares that may be getting the inbuilt packages like API. Hope you heard these terms, API. By using that APIs or the package, ready-made package, we call as the add-ons. Yes, by installing that add-ons, we can create our own applications, whatever applications we expected to perform in our product or the project. Like the functions we want to perform, the payroll systems or the common, many companies are using it, that by using that package we can perform it. Or by using that software package, whatever things vendors are expected, that we can support the staff and documentation, reduce the costly systems design work and maintain and support the cost. That are the advantage to use the application software packages. By using that we can create our own product. The next attributes is the end user development. The end user development, there are the limited information system resources for the in-house development, and when the microcomputer applications are being developed for the end user, that time we can use it, the end user, we can use the end user development concern. So when we are having the very limited resources for the in-house development, that time we go for the end user development process. And the last one is the outsourcing. Outsourcing, hope again you heard this term, that outsourcing is consist of the external vendor. We give it to develop the product to the external vendor, and that vendor is build or operate the firm in the form of information system. So whatever information system you are having, that This all the informations you give it to the vendor, and the vendor can be perform that vendor can be build the product for your organization. That outsourcing saves the application development cost. The advantage for the outsourcing, that it save the application development cost, but the drawback for that, it's lose the control over the information system. And the biggest drawback for this system, that you may not provide the security to the product and make them too dependent on the external vendor, not require the technical expertise available in the firm. This is all about the terms we use it for developing the software or the project management, or the stage we use it, or the information system life cycle. Hope you understood that the project definition, system study, design, programming, installation, and pre-implementations. Okay, we use it and we implement it. Let's we discuss what are the applications of information system. Applications for the information system, we may use it in a financial and accounting, marketing and sales to maintain the information, human resource management, inventory store management, productions or manufacturing. These are the applications where we use it, the information system. Let's we discuss what are the other information system we get it that help to improve the organization process. That come under the first type is knowledge management system. Now what is knowledge management system? It supports the conceptions, associations or the propagations of the business knowledge with the enterprise. Second type of the information system is functional business information system, that supports the operationals and the managerial applications of the basic enterprise of the industry. Whereas the next category is strategic information system. Strategic information system is provide the industry strategic products, services or the capability for the competitive advantage. And the last type of the other information system is cross functional information system. Cross functional information system is also called as the integrated information system, which combine most of the information system are designed to produce the information and support the decision making for the different level of the management and the business functions. This is all about the introduction to the information system and how the information system take place in a project management. Thank you.